Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I hope you guys will learn a little bit about stone art. You know, stone is an ancient language. So you can see the longest point as being the nose. And there are a few different eyes for the character that we can see. If you look at the stone, you can see, without covering a lot of it up, I want to show you the hairline right up here, how it comes down. You can see perhaps a sideburn here. Maybe the sideburns back here. And you can see how the cheekbone is represented, and how the eye of the face that's pointing to the right, again with that longest point being the nose. Of course, there's a little black spot that you can see in the corner here. Just zooming in, there's another little face. Yeah, it's a pareidolia type of art. So we have face on face. And now that you guys have been looking at it for about a minute, you guys can see the hair a little better now, can't you? You can see how this is all one color. You see the layers on the hair. And then looking at the top of this, it looks like, you know, it's not just hair, there's something up here, right? Well, if you look at the very top, of course, again, the eye, the nose, perhaps the mouth is like right here of the face. And as we tilt it, you can see the forehead. There's perhaps just a little bird on top, but the very large bird that you can see with the beautiful beak, the way that the beak is done, you can see the carvings for it. And of course the eye done right here. And I can zoom in on this a little bit so that you can see the sparkle that's on here. There's actually a green copper sparkle kind of stuff. It's like a chia pet. Looking closer on the head there, it could also be an animal to the right, but you can see all the little tiny micro carvings in the crystal. It's really neat. And there are a few images on it, so you might be seeing other ones, but the one that I see really well, the profile that's kind of laid out, you know, right there with, it looks like they have an animal headdress on, is portrayed right here. And then just looking in the white section, you might be seeing this point as the nose. And if you look closely in the crystal, you can see a little inclusion for an eye. Let me go ahead and zoom in on what I'm looking at here so that you guys can see it a little better. Now you see how that corner is left for the eye that I pointed out. There's a little triangle or a diamond shape. And then looking below, you can see on the other layer in the black, you can see how the mouth is here of a character. Again, looking for the longest point as being the nose right here. You can see the eye carving with all the rest of it being hair. On each layer, on each individual layer of this stone, for instance, you can see the eye and the open mouth of the character. There's the eye, the nose, and the mouth of the character here. You're going to be seeing several different human images. That's what this stone is about. It's a representation of a lineage of human beings, perhaps. And it's really neat to see this stuff. So let's go ahead and check out another one here. We're exploring this stuff together. These ones we haven't looked at alone. Like, I don't check these out by myself. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and just kind of get used to the stone that we see. And we can see the nose poking out here. And we can see how there's an eye. See the circle for the eye inside there? And the little ripple or indentation for lips. So we see the smooth face all on one layer right here. Then we can see these layers coming back in. Almost looks like a squirrel girl motif. Much more human. Now, just looking at the paint and the color on this, what we are going to be able to experience is profiles. See the circle, the small little micro carving circle right here? If you'll notice back here, there's another micro carving circle. I wish I didn't have to cover it up. There we go. So you can see how micro carving. There's going to be another one up there that I can't see just yet. But then as we tilt it, let me go ahead and move our camera a little bit so we can keep with the light. So this is a family portrait, several silhouettes in a row, from very small to very large. And they're pointing out the noses right now on them. There's nose here, there's nose here. Of course, you can see the eye pretty well. So let's go ahead and start off on this painting right here. You can see the eye bright and the nose defined. And of course, we're looking at the mouth and the neck, how the hair is up top here and how the hair comes back. We can go ahead and look lower. We can see how the eye socket, the nose, and the crack for the mouth is there. Looking at the color mostly here. You can see how the one face that we just saw is kind of repeated over here. So perhaps we have father with his eye, and behind him, son, of course, with his eye. You see how these are two repeating, both of these sections are just exact replicas, right, of each other. This is the level of detail that you have to learn in order to learn the stone art. And the stone art is not just for you or me, or it's for everybody to learn because it's a part of our human history. And I believe it's a key to our consciousness. It's a way that we began to learn about things and how we taught other people about things, and you know. So here we have on the right hand side here, we'll be able to look at the colors, how the colors will match up as we tilt it. But again, just looking for that longest point.